Welcome back, and thank you for tuning in to our last remote broadcast of CHSTV. To start off the show, we're going to be having a story on a Carlsbad High School freshman who had an idea to brighten people's days, and she did exactly that. Linnea Howard reports.
In the windows of Encinitas houses, people walking by spot teddy bears looking back at them. All because of 9th grader Catherine and an idea she had while reading a story for school.
I had an idea after I read my story about bears on how we can put them in the window. So I taped up some signs around my neighborhood and everybody can count them while they walk around.
Walking around the neighborhood with her family, Catherine sees that many neighbors have participated.
That's a great idea.
It's a good excuse to be out anyways.
And it brings a smile to her face to see the bears lining the streets.
This is number 3. 1, 2, 3 bears. Look at this one, so cute and pink.
Catherine's mom has loved to see the happiness that has come from her daughter's idea.
It's been fun to watch the neighborhood kids go by on their bikes or with their families, and they'll point and go, "Look, Mom!" And you could hear some of them counting, "There's another one!" And so those kind of things are really fun to see their faces and their reactions.
Catherine's bear hunt has brought joy to many people during this difficult time.
I'm really happy to share with everyone. Take a walk, and all the different windows, you can find the bears.
It might seem like the world is in a dark place, but people like Catherine help to bring in a little bit of light, and you can too, maybe just by putting a teddy bear in your window. Reporting for CHSTV, I'm Linnea Howard.
Thank you, Linnea. Switching gears, many students who play sports for CHS may be wondering how the pandemic will affect their season next year. Wyatt Gore brings us some information about our 2020-2021 sports season.
With high schools all over the country shutting down, many students are curious if sports will happen in the fall.
You know, I think so. I think if we start with a delay, it may mean shortened seasons, but the idea is to get all seasons in, even if that means we don't start till November-ish, potentially 2-month seasons and maybe leagues.
When looking at some of the guidelines from the CDC about social distancing, how do you plan on having audiences to attend these games?
You know, again, I think that that's going to be something that they're going to tell us, you know, like how many people can we have around each other at a time. It may look something like immediate family members only, and we kind of have everything spread out. It may mean that, you know, we separate and make sure kids are at a distance. I think once you get into like a football game scenario, when you have thousands of people, I think that's very difficult. So I think it just depends on if they've determined at that point the masks are working, then maybe everybody has to wear a mask.
Football is one of the biggest money makers for all high schools. If this was to be pushed back, how would we financially be able to support other sports?
If that doesn't happen, we've pretty much realized we have a zero budget, and that includes football. So normally they get stuff that they can buy every year, and all the teams do. At this point, ASB and myself have spoke about that, and at this point we'd be working on a zero budget for next year.
Thank you, Ms. Waters. For CHS-TV, I'm Wyatt Gore.
Thank you, Wyatt and Mrs. Waters. Up next, freshman reporter Ronen Boyd was on the street earlier this week to ask people what they thought about school returning this fall. Let's hear what they have to say.
Good morning, Carlsbad. I'm Ronen Boyd, and we're here in the Carlsbad Village, and we're going to be asking some people when they think it's safe to go back to school.
Probably this September.
I think you guys should go back to school immediately.
I would say the beginning of August or September, whenever school starts again.
In September.
How come?
Because you guys need to go to school.
For my son, because I have a son that's going to the 12th grade, to have some kind of medical solution to going back to school, some kind of vaccination or some kind of drug that makes you the symptoms go away a little faster.
After summer.
How come?
Because I feel like once everything opens up, it's getting back to normal.
As long as the death rates, like everything's going down.
If they figured out the right way to do it, I think the fall.
Have half the students come in and do social distancing. It might be a contributing factor.
Probably next semester, so like August. Just so like everything's probably calmed down by then. Just be more safe, just in case like a second wave happens or something.
You could probably, if you can do virtual learning right now, you know, it's probably better to be safe than sorry.
My kids are 3 and 4. They blow their nose and then touch their friends. So school is totally different for me. I think it'd be pretty dangerous to send them back soon.
All right, Carlsbad, you heard it here first. We got a pretty big variety of answers, so I guess we're just going to have to wait and see. I'm going to send it back to the anchor.
Thank you, Ron, for that piece. With the reopening of beaches this week, many Carlsbad residents walked on the sand and visited the ocean for the first time since the beach closures. Tommy Kelly produced this next segment.
What's up, Carlsbad? I'm Tommy Kelly here at the Carlsbad beaches, which have recently opened. The sun's out, surfers are out, people are out, having a good time, so I'm going to go around and ask people how they're enjoying it. You're fishing right now? Have you caught anything?
No, not today.
How do you feel that the beaches are finally reopened, though? Is it nice to get out?
Oh, yeah, it's good to get out, better than being at home all day.
Exactly.
Just reading, watching the sunset. I'll probably watch the sun go down.
Awesome, sounds relaxing. We found someone playing Services, my favorite band.
Music is too loud.
Yeah.
How you doing, man?
Well, this is good. That's what's up. People like Services. What's your name?
Elias.
Elias?
Olivia.
Olivia. How do you feel that the beaches are finally reopened?
Feel free. Feel like a sea animal.
Awesome. Well, have a good time out there.
Right on. Thank you.
All right, so clearly everyone's down here having a great time at the beach now that they're all open. Be sure to come down, enjoy the sun, stay socially distant. I'm going to go take a dip right now, but before I do that, I want to send it back to the anchors.
Thanks, Tommy. In trying times, watching the news can be overwhelming, scary, and even depressing. Luckily, actor and producer John Krasinski created his own series on YouTube called Some Good News to focus on the good that still happens in the world every day. Taylor Lohmeyer reports.
John Krasinski has been busy during quarantine, making weekly broadcasts called SGN, highlighting positive stories all around the world. But May 17th was his final episode of him signing off for now.
For this episode of SGN, I'm John Krasinski, no longer needing to remind you that no matter how hard things get, there is always good in the world. Thank you all for making this show so very special. We will see you again. Good night.
On May 22nd, John Krasinski tweeted he had sold SGN to CBS News, but still would be partnering with them. Even though he has gotten some backlash on social media for selling SGN to CBS News, his intentions were to share good news with the world and bring a smile to others. For example, he hosted a virtual prom and a graduation with the class of 2020 and shared positive and inspirational stories with us. Remember, John always says,
How does it get better than that? It doesn't. This is SGN. I'm John Krasinski, asking you to remember no matter how hard things get, there is always good in the world.
Here at CHSTV, if you have any positive or inspirational stories, let us know so we can share the good news to our community.
Thank you, Taylor. Unfortunately, this is our last remote show, which also means it is the last day of the CHS Staff Hair Dye Challenge. Thankfully for us, though, Ms. Sprague has entered the challenge, so let's take a look at the results.
And I am going to challenge Miss Sprague to see what she can come up with.
All right, Mrs. Ryan, I'm in.
All right, Lancers, I did it. My hair is halfway pink. Thank you, Miss Ryan. I kind of wish my hair was always pink. Next up is Mrs. Thompson. I'll even bring her my pink hair dye. From a distance, of course, with a mask to make it easier for her. And I hope you're all doing well. 2 more weeks left of the school year. I know this has been crazy, but hang in there and I hope to see you all soon.
Hi, everyone. Thank you, Mrs. Sprague, for nominating me and for lending me what was left of the spray. Even the kids got in on the action. So happy to be a part of it, of course. And I wish I could be with everyone at school and having our discussions and celebrating class of 2020. We celebrate you from afar, of course, and I will be cheering you on in the parade. And I just wanted to say, I know it's been a hard first half of 2020, But if there's anybody I believe in, it's all of you. And I hope that you listen a lot and listen and speak with compassion and with a sincere desire to understand what people are going through. And I wish you everything. I wish you absolutely everything. Congratulations. Have a wonderful summer. You guys take care.
The term tie-dyeing was coined back in the 1960s, and every few years the art form comes back into vogue. Maybe because people are looking for something to do during this quarantine, it's become popular all over again. Livy Lewis shows us how it's done.
What's up, Carlsbad? I'm Livy Lewis, and today I'm going to be showing you how to tie-dye. It's a really fun and easy craft you can do over quarantine or during summer, so let's get started.
For tie-dyeing, the supplies you're going to need are a plastic surface cover. I got the Tulip one-step tie-dye kit, but you can get any of the supplies it includes individually. You need the dye liquid, rubber bands, plastic gloves, and white clothing. For this, I used white t-shirts. I decided to make 2 t-shirts, one blue and green and the other pink and orange, but you can choose any colors of your own choice. So for the first t-shirt, I'm going to be doing a spiral pattern, and you do this first by grabbing the center of the t-shirt and coiling it by spinning it a certain direction. You keep doing this until the shirt is completely coiled, and then you can wrap rubber bands around it to secure it. Then for the next t-shirt, I decided to do the scrunching technique, and so I just scrunched up my t-shirt until I was able to kind of wrap it around into a ball, and then like the other t-shirt, I used rubber bands and tied them around it in different directions until it was secure. After wrapping your t-shirts, you're going to want to dampen each of them up a little bit, so I just put them under my sink and then squeezed out any excess water, and then did that to my other t-shirt. Now for the fun part, dyeing. On the spiral t-shirt, I used the colors blue and green, and started with green, just putting it in random places all over the t-shirt. You can do this however you like. And then after using green, I went in with the blue color and dyed it in the remaining white areas of the t-shirt, and made sure to get into all the different areas and cover all the white spots. After that, I did my second t-shirt, which is pink and orange, using the scrunching technique. And at first I used the orange and just put it in my places of choice, and then went in with the pink dye and covered in the remaining white areas. I made sure to get all of the white areas so that there was none left, just so your shirt is completely dyed and covered. After dyeing my t-shirts for the best results, I put them into plastic bags to keep them wet overnight so that the dye can really set in, and then after that, I let them sit for 24 hours. After the 24 hours, I unraveled my t-shirts from the rubber bands and laid them out to hose them down. This is done to get rid of any of the dyes that had not already been absorbed. Make sure to keep hosing them down or rinsing them out until the water that you squeeze out of them has no dye and is completely clear. To further rid of excess dye, I put my t-shirt in the washing machine and used a little amount of detergent and made sure to use cold wash. I then did this for my other shirt and washed them separately to prevent from the dyes of both t-shirts from mixing. After washing your t-shirts, be sure to let them air dry rather than use a dryer, and then they're ready to be worn.
Okay, so here are the results of the tie-dyeing. This is the blue and green spiral, and then here is the pink and orange one. They both turned out really cool. I would definitely recommend it. Thank you guys for tuning in, and now let's send it back to the anchors.
Thanks, Liv, and for the last time, we're going to pass the mic over to the CHS staff members as they send some heartfelt messages.
Hey, Lancers! I can't believe this is our last CHSTV broadcast of the year. So crazy how quick this time has gone. But you did it. We got through remote online learning, 1 week left of school, and you're going to have your summer. For those of you that are going to be coming back next year, freshmen, sophomore, juniors, can't wait till August. Can't wait to see you. Can't wait to hear all about your experiences, your summer, and just how you're doing. And for you seniors, super sorry that we weren't able to spend these last few months with you, enjoying these special times, celebrating all of your triumphs and your accolades and everything that you've accomplished this year. But just know that we are super proud of you. We wish you the very best, and I know that you're going to do wonderful whatever you're doing after high school, whether it be college or vocational or getting a job or moving or traveling. Just want you to know that you'll always be a Lancer. We made it through remote online learning. You're going to be bigger, better, and stronger. So hats off to you all. Congratulations, seniors. I hope you all have a wonderful summer.
Hey Lancers, well we did it, made it to the end of the school year. Congratulations, so proud of all of you, and seniors, best of luck in all your adventures you'll be having. Let us know how it's going and keep in touch. Take care guys. Mwah.
Hola CHS, soy Señora Hampton. I want to give a shout out to Spanish 1, periods 4 and 6, and Spanish 3, periods 1, 3, and 5. I miss you guys so much, and I am so incredibly proud of the hard work that you continued to do this semester during our online learning. I hope you guys have a great last couple of days of online learning and have a spectacular summer. I can't wait to see you in the fall.
Hey Carlsbad, just want to wish everyone a great summer, and thank you to my 1, 3, 5, 4, and 6 periods. You guys were awesome this year. Totally missed you, and I hope you keep playing the reindeer games. For all you seniors, I wish you the most incredible adventures ahead of you. I hope next year you will be able to be where you need to be, and everyone stay healthy. To my fellow teachers, hey, thank you so much for helping me through this time. It's been a pleasure working with you, and I just feel really lucky to be able to call myself a CHS Lancer. Here we are, end of the year. Good luck. Thanks again.
This is it. Oh, I've never been big on goodbyes. I don't like them, but see, this is a little different year. This is my class of 2020. You're special. Circumstances probably part of it, but I will miss you. I miss you already. Just thinking that, maybe one reason why you're so special is, I guess it's quality, not necessarily quantity. And those memories that we've already shared together, wow, precious. Really encourage you, continue through life with that attitude of senior memories. Maybe a couple of words to leave with you, I guess. When it's all said and done, it's all dust. So what really matters? And I really encourage you, love, laugh, and treasure the moment you have right now as you go. Pretty cool that we were able to share this together. I encourage you as you go forward, maybe take a couple of those things that we've talked about. How about the interest rate cycle? Remember, there's a short interest rate cycle every 8 to 10 years, and there's bigger ones, roughly 50, 60, sometimes even a little longer than that. But that's important because it impacts a lot of the other things. So remember that interest rate cycle. And then remember those words of Mr. Reeves, beware of the warmth of the masses. Beware of the warmth of the masses. That idea of thinking differently. If everybody else is doing it, probably not something you want to be doing. But be willing to be a courageous contrarian. Go where it's cold. Go where it's cold. How about this? I hate to even be like real life, but how about stuff people aren't thinking about? How about being a farmer? I know, it's crazy, right? You may have heard me say that, but I don't know, I think a lot of people are doing it. How about petroleum engineer? Ouch, okay, I hope I didn't offend you. Not a lot of people thinking those directions, and you know what? That might. Anyways, I encourage you, beware of the warmth of the masses. And remember that when people are swept up in the current mood, try to be able to step outside of it. As we begin this transition and I really think it probably takes us to the end of 2022. It will get to points where it doesn't look, it probably looks hopeless. But remember, that's when there's actually the most hope. So I encourage you, I plead with you, take these, digest them, use them, and I just wish you the best. God bless you the rest of your life.
Mrs. Becker here. I just want to give a special shout out to our senior class, the class of 2020. I'm so proud of you. You guys have worked so hard to get so far, and you've made it. Congratulations, you're graduating. I wish you all the best in wherever your next chapter takes you. And to the rest of our Lancer students, we miss seeing you around campus, in our offices, in the classrooms.
We're sending you hugs, handshakes, high fives, and fist bumps. We're so proud of you. Congratulations, class of 2020.
Hey everyone out there, hope everyone's doing well. Just from all of us at the counseling department, we want to say congratulations on finishing the year, focusing on what matters, and staying Lancer strong. Enjoy the summer, stay healthy, and a big shout out, congratulations to the class of 2020.
We believe in you, we're here to support you. We love your resiliency, understanding, and passion. No hay nada imposible. Congratulations to the class of 2020.
We hope you have a relaxing, healthy summer. Congratulations, class of 2020.
Thanks again to all our CHS staff for their kind words, and thanks again for watching our last remote show of CHSTV. For the last time, I'm Jake Watts.
So just like Jake, I also had some thank yous I wanted to say. So first off, I want to say thank you to Mr. Green, Mrs. Cohn, and Mrs. Leon for all the hard work they put in to make CHSTV such a great program. I also want to say thank you to all my CHSTV classmates. You guys are really the best. And last but certainly not least, I want to say thank you to my parents for all the support they've given me over the last 6 years of broadcasting. So, for the last time, for CHSTV, I'm Jared Barnes.
It's pretty crazy to think that this is my last time anchoring. I know it's definitely not the way that I thought it would be. But my last time anchoring in person in the studio was so much fun, and every time anchoring is a lot of fun. It's great to be part of the excitement of doing a regular morning show, especially being in front of the camera is really fun to be able to give the announcements and introduce the different live segments and stuff like that. Is a really great way to work on your public speaking and everything like that, and that's something that I definitely valued being able to anchor these past 4 years. This one is a little bit different. Because we have a lot of anchors this show as well, but on top of that, I'm not really doing any public speaking because right now I'm just talking to a camera. But in a sense, it's kind of the same as a regular show because, you're talking to a camera when you're doing it in the studio as well. So it's not too much different. I'll keep this as quick as possible. I just want to thank everybody in the program. It's been great getting to know everyone these last 4 years. And Mr. Green and Miss Leon and Mrs. Cohn, they make this program what it is, and without them, of course, this program would never have existed, and it wouldn't be able to last for as long as it has. So thank you guys for that. And lastly, just to my friends and my family who have supported me through these last 4 years in high school and then 2 years in broadcasting in middle school, especially for my parents who very strongly encouraged me to do broadcasting in 7th grade, even though I didn't want to at all. But I'm glad I did because it helped me find something that I'm very passionate in. So thank you guys for everything. It's been really fun. And I don't really have a whole lot else to say, but I'm really excited to see what happens for all of us after we graduate. And I'm just as excited to see what happens to CHSTV as well in the coming years for all the underclassmen becoming the upperclassmen. I think that's going to be really exciting to see. And so thank you guys very much for watching CHSTV, and good luck next year.
I'm so thankful to have had CHSTV in my life for the past 4 years, as well as 2 years in BMS TV. I would not be who I am today without Mr. Green, Mrs. Leon, and Mrs. Cohn. I'm so thankful, and I know these students will get into the classroom in August and do better than ever.
Thanks, Julia, and this is my final time anchoring as well. First off, thank you so much, Mr. Green, for the countless amount of opportunities you've given me and your patience to help me grow into the person I am today. Thank you, Miss Leon, for your sunshine of smiles and always just being so supportive during my 4 years of CHSTV. Thank you, Miss Cohn, for being there for my senior year. It was so nice to get to know you. And my final shout out is for Miss Wyckoff, my middle school broadcast teacher. Thank you for starting off my passion of broadcast journalism. I wouldn't be here today without you. And also, we all know that Tuesday crew is way better than Wednesday crew. Sorry, Jake and Jared, it had to be said. But thank you to everyone in CHSTV. It's really been an amazing 4 years, and I've learned so much. It's so incredible to be a part of a group of talented individuals with so much passion, and just walking into the room, I can always just feel all of the energy going on. So thank you for letting me to be a part of that. Lastly, thank you to the class of 2020. I wouldn't want to go through all of this with anybody else, so thank you for all the memories. And this is my last time anchoring, so thank you so much. And we do have 2 very special edits for you. The first one is going to be about our 12 CHSTV remote broadcasts. Thank you so much for sharing your stories and tuning in. And then we're going to have a very special edit produced by Ben Hannon. So thank you, Carlsbad.
This week marked an historical moment in space travel. To end the show, we'll have a montage created by Ben Hannon on history in the making. Thanks, and have a great summer.
Fast-breaking developments in the coronavirus in the U.S. and around the world.
Someone who attended this Memorial Day weekend party tested positive for COVID-19. Now the county time out of quarantine. The beach is shut down in all of Carlsbad.
This is the first launch of an American rocket with American astronauts from American soil in 9 years.
We watched history today, the thrilling first launch of Americans into space on board a privately run vehicle.
Copy, go for launch.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Ignition. Liftoff of the Falcon 9 and Crew Dragon. Go NASA, go SpaceX. Godspeed, Bob and Doug.
Dragon SpaceX nominal trajectory.
Stage 2 propulsion is nominal.
Dragon separation confirmed.
And with that, Endeavour, welcome to the International Space Station. Please come aboard.
Glad to have you as part of the crew.